Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Kindred Lists, right here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, your most humble and merciful Dungeon Master for the evening, and we're glad that you guys tuned in to hang out with me and my friends. All my friends here. Everybody say hello. There
Hello.
we go.
Good evening.
Good evening. So we're glad that you guys are here. We want to throw out a couple quick shout outs to some of our sponsors and supporters. We want to thank Twitch and Streamlabs OBS, and also our good friends at Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle Games. If you type in !Little Dragon or !CCG in the chat, you'll get a quick link to their websites and storefronts where you can purchase some really good RPG related gear and dice and all those other kinds of things. If you stop by Little Dragon Corp, you can use the coupon code PROBONUS and get 10% off of your order. So make sure you do that and check them out. Oh, and we got a Zos coming in. All right. So, once again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We had an excellent episode 34. Tonight is episode 35. And before we begin into a little bit of a recap, does anybody have any announcements that we need to share before we get started with tonight?
Storm King's Thunder. Icewind Dale will be off this Sunday. Oh my god. We'll be off this Sunday because people planned. Who knew? Valentine's Day. So we'll be off, but then we'll resume the Sunday after.
Gotcha. Cool. Any other announcements? Special things going on, or
Crap, if you're like me, remember, Sunday is apparently Valentine's Day.
yeah, I'm actually glad that you said something, Sarah. Thank you.
I love how it's like, oh shit.
Let me write that down.
You're welcome, wise player.
Yeah.
Hold on, but
I've been saved by my Friday night D&D crew. Thank you all. Well, yeah. So everybody watching on Twitch or YouTube after the fact, if I have this up before Valentine's Day, it's Valentine's Day this Sunday. So
if it's after this Sunday and you're watching this, congratulations, you remembered on your own and you didn't get killed.
I mean,
Very good.
unless you did.
Unless you're watching this and you're a ghost, in which case, woo.
Yeah,
In which case, Molfin wants to hire you.
that's true.
True story.
All right. There's some people in chat that said they didn't forget, so they're all good. That's good. I guess I might have been one of the only ones. It's all good.
That makes two.
I forgot until yesterday, and I went and got Rosie's yesterday, so I didn't have to worry about it on Sunday.
I keep on
That's a good idea.
remembering and then forgetting.
All right. Well, on our last episode, our adventuring party hurried back to the elven city of Tesselis to see how Ashlyn's parents were doing. They got a little distracted by a blue dragon as they were flying as clouds. Got a little lost, but ended up finding their way back. Things seemed to be okay until Ashlyn's mom tried to kill Ashlyn's dad, the king of Tesselis. The party jumped into action and was able to stop Ashlyn's mom, who ended up turning out to be the incubus Norian. And they were able to defeat him, but in the process discovered that before he made his way into that room with his disguise, that he had killed Ashlyn's mother. And there was a lot of tearjerker moments. There was a lot of hardship. There was a lot of struggle. And Diana eventually made her way back to the rest of the party and said that next morning that she would be able to fix everything. You guys also discovered that the king was wearing some kind of mysterious gem around his neck. And when he said something of the the atone. I guess it was kind of like on the direction of I wish this never happened. This Tao, this genie emerged out from the gemstone. Said that he had one wish left, and that wish would set that genie free. Tried to tempt him into using the wish, you guys wouldn't allow it, and just said to wait till the next morning. Anything else? I think that pretty much sums everything up a little bit. The important parts.
The gemstone is now in Molfin's possession.
True.
In the chest that he banishes to the other realm.
Yep. The gemstone is now in Molfin's possession, and in the chest, the banished chest, with all the other goodies that Molfin has in that chest.
And we found the gatekeeper crystal.
You did, yes. You have obtained the gatekeeper's, well, one of the shards of the gatekeeper's crystal. So you have that in your possession as well. So, I'll ask you guys, because I don't know if we needed to resolve anything before your long rest, or did you guys just want to do a scene wipe to the next morning? Scene wipe? Okay.
Okay.
Because
I can't think of anything.
I thought everybody had everything
Wait.
kind of situated, but if you needed
Can I just
to do
ask a
something, you can
Question
go ahead and
to Uncle Molfin, just see if he knows something, or anyone knows something. What happens when a genie is free of its wishes? Goes free.
Would Molfin know this?
do it. You can make... I'd probably say you could probably make a... Probably based off of... This would probably be more history based off of like books you might have read.
Okay.
But I'm going to say you probably have to make this one with disadvantage. This is going to be pretty tough.
Okay, so let's see. Abilities, history. I like history even at disadvantage. Okay. So my numbers are literally one apart. With disadvantage, it's a 23.
23. Well, you probably have run across this a little bit in books. I mean, basically, when their wishes are... In Molfin, I think I told you last time you have a hunch that maybe perhaps a wizard created this item that the king is wearing and deliberately trapped this being inside here, putting the conditions upon the magical item for the genie's release. So, I mean, it would just get its freedom. It wouldn't be locked inside there anymore. It would have, free reign to travel about, to do as it pleases. Who knows? But
Does it still have power? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so Molfin will share that with everyone.
Does it
Yeah.
still power someone who, maybe get vengeance upon those that have caused it to stay in the crystal? Because that would be bad.
I know if someone had imprisoned me in a crystal for tens of hundreds or thousands of years, I would personally enjoy eviscerating them, but...
I mean, I was locked in a cage for like a few days, and I wanted to kill everyone.
I think when me and Lachlan were locked in a cage, we were fighting people.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was kind of fun. We should do that again. Yeah. So, what do we do?
For the moment, we do nothing. We get some rest.
Okay.
It has been a trying enough evening at this point. You need rest. Diana needs rest. Tomorrow
Okay.
we see if that light bulb in the sky can fix this. I just realized I probably don't know what a light bulb is.
I was gonna ask, but I didn't want to be that guy.
Right. So you guys bed down for the evening. Find a comfortable place to stay. Like I said, there's plenty of places here. There's plenty of rooms, plenty of places to sleep. Comfortable places, like nice beds. I mean, you're in a king's castle here in Tesselis, so you guys pretty much have free reign of any of these rooms, guest rooms, and all those kinds of things. So, if you can imagine a very, very nice room in a castle, that's where you all are sleeping. Probably your own rooms too, unless some of you wanted to stay in the same room together. That's totally up to you. And you guys are spending some time getting ready for bed and drifting off to sleep.
I will mention Molfin is going to spend a little bit of time copying some more spells from that spell book into his own.
Okay. How much time?
Maybe 2 hours.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Molfin's doing that before he heads off to bed. Callista. Now, I can't remember. Do half-elves, do they sleep or trance? Are you in a trance or do you actually sleep?
I think I
I
sleep.
think half-elves do sleep. I
sleep.
think you have to be full elf to do the trance thing, right? Is that the way it works? I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. Because trance is only 4 hours. I have to sleep
you have
more
to sleep
than
8. Sometime in the middle of the night, you find yourself.
Would Rod be awake? Sorry.
No, Raoul would be asleep.
Okay.
Oh, well, no.
Raoul's trancing.
No, Raoul would be trancing at this time. Yeah.
That's
You find yourself standing in some type of stone chamber. Very limited light. And you see this purple glow from the distance, looking ahead. You hear kind of like these droplets of water creating these sounds of what sounds like running water, and then you look kind of over towards the what looks to be kind of worked stone, large brick, and water seems to be just slowly like running down the stone on either side of you. You eventually start to see a silhouette within that purple light. It seems to be down this hallway that you're looking down. And you notice the silhouette kind of stepping towards you, and you hear these footsteps. It sounds like real harsh footsteps, almost like somebody walking in like high heels down a hard stone hall. Eventually that silhouette gets closer and closer to you as you're standing there looking. And you start to see this glow, this glimmer of reflected eyes looking back at you. It doesn't come out of this silhouette form, but you can see it's definitely the form of a female. About your height. Just standing there, probably about 30 to 40 feet away from you. And you hear it begin to speak to you. You keep running. I'll continue to follow. You know, sometime you're going to have to face those demons. You can't hide from me.
I'm not hiding. You're just lower on my list. Patience. You'll get what you want. And I'll get mine.
Do you even know what I want?
I don't really care.
You know, you've
Welcome to tell me what you want. I don't know how that helps.
Your matron mother who keeps peering in on you from time to time. She's grown weak. It's actually a pity.
Not surprising. That's not my problem, though. It sounds like yours.
I was hoping it could be our problem together.
How so?
You're much more powerful. You're much more headstrong.
I'm much more human.
And there you're limiting yourself. You could be much more than that. How's your father's legs? Oh,
You really are playing with fire now.
oh, you didn't think I wouldn't notice.
No, I knew you knew. From what I was told, Asmodeus had to go through you to make that happen. Or went above you.
Asmodeus has always had eyes for me.
Ew.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear you say that.
Sorry, that was a knee-jerk reaction. I just had an image of Molfin Asmodeus fanfiction, and it's not great.
I'm gonna write it.
I'm gonna hire an illustrator to art it.
Oh
Let's not.
We're gonna commission Kristy for it actually now.
no! Sideways, sorry, that was my 12-year-old brain.
She chuckles a bit, and when you hear her say, Asmodeus thinks he has an awful lot of power, but I've got him wrapped around my little finger.
So it's your power then, not his. Is that what you're saying?
He does have power, but
You're stronger?
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah. So what exactly am I here for? What do you want?
I want you to kill your
Aside
matron
from
mother.
writing it down. You want what with my mother?
I want you to kill your matron mother. And I want you to fulfill the Zolaran family prophecy.
And what is that prophecy?
To bring them back into my goodwill. Because they've fallen so far from.
You seem pretty optimistic with a half-drow.
Let's just say I'm willing to take a chance on you. Because I've seen what you can do.
So I bring the Zorlaran family back into your favor. And then what? What does that do?
Use your imagination. Bring them to the top. Supplant the powers that be. They've grown complacent. They've grown weak.
You want me to bring them to the top?
I do.
Of all of Menzo.
Why not?
You really are ambitious.
I'm the most ambitious.
Or really stupid.
I would disagree with you there.
Well, like I said, I will deal with her. Then you'll get what you want. I'll deal with her. But patience. She's not high on my priority list yet. I'm sure she'll make herself more of a priority soon, and I expect that, but
She will.
I have more important people.
She's already feeling the pressure. Because she knows if she doesn't get to you first, then I'll just continue to support you. And continue.
Sucks to be her.
It does.
Alright, well, you're just gonna have to be patient then.
I've got all the time in the world.
Good. Now leave me alone.
I'll be watching. And then the form kind of just starts to dissolve into what you can hear, a bunch of legs, into a bunch of spiders, and they just kind of crawl back away, back the hallway. And then you wake up the next morning. And all of you awaken the next morning.
Okay.
So this is what it feels like to have spell slots again.
It's been like a
yeah.
month. It's been a
It's
month.
been so long.
You're not wrong on that. Hang on.
Oh, we got somebody in
Is this our
chat.
first or our
Somebody
second
in
day
chat is
waking
gonna
up?
draw the Asmodeus Lolth love connection.
No,
I think.
Yes.
Not necessary.
Yes, it is. It must be gifted to Kristy.
Mm-hmm.
It must
It
be.
must be done.
Molfin Asmodeus. Ugh.
It must be. 8 by 11.
Oh god.
Oh,
No, 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 no,
three-dimensional.
no. I'm good. I'm Scar Callisto more, thank you.
So you guys wake up the next morning, and the day is yours. What would you guys like to do?
Okay. What?
I'm not gonna say this on stream, but this is
Oh no. You.
Oh no.
Oh my word. Stream,
Well.
stream, we apologize in advance for the somewhat private nature of this inside joke. Trust me when I say you do not want to bleach your eyes like I'm going to have to this evening.
100%.
That's what you're all asking
100%.
I had to go look up some photos of puppies, you know?
Yeah.
Can we get fan art of that?
puppies.
Puppies?
Why did you unsend it? I love it. I want to keep it forever. I want that to always be in the chat.
Make it a pinned message.
And we're gone.
That needs to. I would like that to be the pinned message. I would like to make that my banner on Twitter, on Tumblr, on Instagram. I would like that to be my profile photo on here.
What's terrible about it is I don't even know what the message is because I can't click off of the cams.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fine.
I'll say it.
All for the best, Michael. It's
You're
all.
dignity. You're fine.
Protect your dad's sensibilities. I don't know.
Yeah. Must
Yeah.
protect Michael.
only slept here in the tower one night, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
That's fine.
No, we were in the tower a night before when we. Was that a night in the library room?
How many days have we been awake?
I don't know.
That's you.
No, I don't know.
You haven't had a
How many weeks?
You haven't had a good night's sleep in. It was probably
Oh,
a couple
gosh,
days.
I don't
yeah.
know if that was.
We've only slept twice since I
Mood.
started playing with you guys.
yeah, too
Oh.
late. Yeah, it's only-
Really?
Damn.
So Vix has only
Well,
been here for
then-
3 days. That's it. All this has been 3 days.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. That's insane.
I gained a Nothic and I lost a Nothic in like 2 days.
You did.
Yes.
For the best.
To be fair, that was partially my fault.
Oh, by the way, you should put the Nothic on the list, Kristy.
Yes.
We're gonna have to kill that
Do I-
Nothic at some point.
Yeah.
I want to find him again.
The Nothic may be dead already.
We all want to find him.
It really might be.
For
Does it
different
have its
reasons.
light? Jamie,
No.
do you
Oh
still have its
crap!
light?
Crap! Do you know what I have? I've got that picture. That photo frame
Mhm.
that can show me things are alive or dead
Oh,
if I know
yes.
them.
Yeah.
At this point,
Oh,
Molfin
okay,
has
no.
stopped him wandering and starting to go through the library,
Okay.
Yes.
figuring people will let him know when this ritual is supposed to happen.
we're not. I'm with my family. I'm not even with you guys. I don't
Diana is
think-
prepping for the ritual, I guess.
Everybody-
That
Like,
is gonna-
Lighting candles.
Callista would like tell everybody about the dream.
Okay.
She's just gonna be upfront about it. Like, hey, Lol's being annoying.
Are we with Loth or against Loth? I kind of am confused. At this.
I've-
Yeah.
Like, Lol.
Are we with her sister then?
Dad.
There are two of them.
Do I
No,
know
no,
that?
Lol, and then there's the mother matron. Riled? Dad?
yes.
I don't know that, so never mind.
Mm.
And that's Sarah knowing more.
Gonna
than
focus on
Ashlyn.
Ilmater and get to reviving people. See ya.
Yeah.
okay. So Diana's going to set up the ritual within the
Molfin
chamber.
will actually tag along.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I will also tag along.
Okay.
I think
Ooh,
How long to do this
I have all
ritual?
my buddies.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be there with if my dad wants to be there too. Red.
Okay.
If dad's just gonna wait kind of thing for it to be over, I'll wait with him, but if he's gonna go, then I'll go too.
Okay. Yeah. He was in there pretty much the entire night. Like he slept in that room, basically in.
Yeah,
his
I did
throne.
too. I was
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he didn't. He might have slept like an hour, but most of the
Yeah.
night he was just kind of sitting up there awake. You know,
Okay.
fighting back tears,
Yeah.
struggling
Yeah.
with the whole situation. But you guys begin to gather. Diana's setting up for the ritual, setting up her different candle holders and things of that nature around the room, and getting the area set for her divine magic. Now I believe this spell takes up. Do you have it's like a diamond worth 1,000 gold or something like that? I think is one of the actual material components of it. If I'm
Yes, a diamond worth at least 1,000 GP, which I should have. I have several diamonds.
yeah, I think you guys picked up some.
Also, he's a king, so if
no,
he
we-
doesn't have one, then I
Mm.
mean, what kind of king is he?
We bought some, we stole some, we got a whole bunch of diamonds.
Oh, yeah.
You just
Give
be-
myself a level of exhaustion because I think Ashlyn wouldn't have slept that night either.
Okay.
Aw.
Okay.
Does that mean I heal back up, or I just get and get
Uh,
my hit dice back, or do I just not get ability checks? Like
That's a good question. I can't remember.
I just looked it
I
up
know
and it
that-
says
I-
disadvantage on ability,
Well,
but I'm not sure.
I know
if it-
you take a point of exhaustion for no sleep, but I don't know if you gain. I don't know if you gain the benefits of a long rest if you don't sleep.
You don't gain the benefits.
Okay.
Yeah, you.
That's
yeah.
fine.
Okay.
That's fine then.
So you.
I think we took a short rest though, so I should be fine.
I think you did take a short rest. Yes.
Okay.
And if you were down any hit points, you
very
can go
restful.
back and yeah, it was definitely not
Okay.
not a very restful one, but you can constitute
Okay.
like not doing it, even though you're not sleeping, you're not really doing anything, so you're not really exerting yourself. So Um,
Okay.
but is there anything anybody wanted to do to help Diana, or are you guys just kind of standing around watching Diana get set up and get her material components and other things situated? Or
I will help her place the candles and give her a bardic inspiration.
Oh,
thank you so
Nice.
much.
There we go. Yeah,
I take his help and I chat about lighting candles about the room.
and you're just
I-
and you're just amazed at how much this little purple kobold knows about candles. Like, he knows a
love it.
lot about candles.
So, you like candles? Is it a fire thing or?
It's more of a shadow thing.
Oh, a shadow thing. Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Sounds nice. I've heard of Stranger Things with this group. So I mean, shadows, schmadows.
I mean,
goes
you
by.
know. I mean, you guys are talking about some people I don't know, like Loth, and
Yeah.
they're crazy conversations always.
That's just welcome. Welcome to the group. Welcome to the family.
We have a lot on our list, so the odds of one of them showing up on any other day is quite high.
Oh yeah, you might want to prepare for that.
Well, like, how scary could somebody named Loth be? I mean,
She's the spider.
She's the Spider Queen.
It's just freaky.
She rules over the drows of the Underdark. She gets her power probably mostly from Enza Berenzan, as that's where most of the drow reside, but
that sounds like a big spider.
yeah, technically she has dominion over... Well, she thinks she has dominion over all drow, including me, apparently, which is ironic at best. So...
Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. We're doing hymns now, everybody. Hymns.
Oh, Diana's
Praise
busting
Omer.
out. She's busting out an Ilmater hymnal.
Oh,
I knew that Michael was gonna laugh because he was a youth pastor.
I know what song you're singing. All right. So with Vix's help, setting up these candles and getting your components and things in place, you get out.
I will druid craft some marigolds around.
Oh, nice. Very good. Druid crafting some marigolds all around the space.
Yeah.
Getting the area prepared. Ashlyn, your father kind of stands there next to her. Kind of, as this is all taking place, he still looks like he's still he's obviously still concerned. He's trying not to get his hopes up about the situation. You, with your passive insights of like 5,000, you guys understand like he's trying not to get his hopes up too high, but trying to stay strong in the moment. Fight back some tears a little bit, and just kind of steps back away as Diana's getting prepared to do this. I believe it takes an hour of casting time for that spell.
Yes, it do. I will be at this for an hour.
So
I would inspire at the end.
Appreciate that.
Like, technically, Callista also has, like, not this spell, but she has a spell that can bring people back. So I would probably supplement some stuff to help aid Diana in this ritual.
Okay. You guys get a moment, like, all standing in this room. Zos, what I'm going to do probably is I'm going to ask you to do, like, I'm not going to do the Matthew Mercer, like, challenge with the resurrection kind of rules and stuff like that. I play it more like the spell in the book. So, you know, you just cast the spell, use the spell slot, take the hour, and if the soul is willing to come back, it will work. But what I would like you to do is I would like you to maybe role play a little bit of a prayer that maybe Diana would say during the actual process to get it started and things like that. So, and what I'll do is I'll let, since all of you are around, when Diana's finished praying, and if anybody else wanted to like chime in and say something in addition, you guys would be able to do that here. So all the candles are lit. All the
Yes.
incense is burning. The diamond is placed upon the body of Ashlyn's mom. Diana begins her prayer.
Internally, in my own mind, I talked to Elmater, and I'm like, Elmater, this is my first time doing this alone. Like, without other priest helps, not this spell. I just... Elmater help me. And then focusing more on the spell, the ritual, I take Ashlyn's mother's cold hand and begin the ritual by calling out to her by her name, which is
Kaylasa.
Kaylasa. Okay. Kaylasa. Okay. Kaylasa. Where do I just start? This is hard. I'm actually having anxiety right now.
Well, do you want
out of character?
Well,
intense anxiety. I don't know why.
do you want somebody else?
there.
Do you want somebody else to kind of like
No,
chime in a
I
little
would
bit,
like
and then
to
you
power
go back and
through.
forth? Okay, you got it. Whatever.
We
you
can
wanna
each do one word.
This is
yeah,
genuine.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, go round
No,
round
no,
robin.
no.
Finish the whole
dangerous.
sentence.
No.
Okay,
Everybody, one word. I love it.
Yeah.
This is Diana's just incredibly nervous in character. That's what that is. No. Hey, listen. Your daughter Ashlyn is here. Your husband, your king, is here. And we're all gathered around you now to bring you back. I know that your soul is probably lost between planes right now, searching and wondering what's happening. But everyone is here. Everyone who cares about you is here with you right now, waiting for you to come back. So we just pray that you reach out, that Ilmater would reach out to you, find you, bring you back to us. If you see 1,000 candles, then that's us. So please just find your way. Okay. Amen.
I would sit up a little bit and bring the marigolds to rest in her hand. And I say, I chose this flower because it represents joy. And that's what your daughter brought to us. And that's what you deserve when you wake up. You gave us that gift. So now I give it back. That's it.
I guess I walk up and I hold her hand and I say, Mom, I hope you come back a lot. And I know that you remember me no matter where you are. And I just hope that you know that you're as loved here as ever. And just come back. Please. Please, please, please. That's it.
And as you kind of finish saying that, you start to feel a squeeze of your hand. And then you notice that the diamond placed upon her chest starts to glow this bright, radiant, beaming, almost blinding light. Starts to cascade throughout the whole room. You guys all kind of instinctually kind of pull away a little bit because of how bright it is. It's just overbearing. But the brighter the light gets, the stronger the squeeze of your hand, Ashlyn. And when the light dissipates, you see your mother lying there with her eyes open, staring right back at you. And she says, "I heard you, dear. I heard you." And kind of reaches up with her other hand and just kind of touches the side of your face. "I don't remember a lot. But I knew when I saw you. I knew you were mine." And she kind of pulls up and tries to, like, she's weak and drained of energy, but she pulls up and just gives you a big hug. And then you hear,
I hug her.
You hear your father kind of let out a sigh behind you, just a shocked, I can't believe it kind of expression.
I stand up and move back for him to have a space beside her.
He rushes up without saying a word and just kind of wraps both arms around both of you. And there's this moment where you can see the king is just wrapping his arms around his wife and his daughter, just taking a moment, just locked in place. And Diana, you hear something in your head. And actually, Lachlan, you hear it too. You hear a voice, and it says, "Very good. I found this one frolicking through the garden." You called her home. Well done. And then that warmth, that presence around that voice seems to just dissipate.
Thanks, Dad.
Speaking of, Calista will just like walk back over to Wild and hold his hand. Well, that's all happening.
Callista, as you look at Riled he's got tears like welled up right here, but he's really trying hard not to let any of them fall. Like he's doing one of those, I'm fine.
I'm just gonna hug him, and I hug him.
I'm not fine. And he just lets it go. And that well that's been sitting there for probably, a good 5 or 10 minutes that he's been holding is just like starts pouring down his face. And you guys are all sharing in this moment. Vix, anything in particular that you're doing? Well, seems everybody is just...
I personally don't think Vix understands the gravity of the situation, and
Okay.
while everything is happening, he is taking all the candles from the ritual.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking he's kind of he's already blown out the candles and he's starting to put them back in his bag.
Yeah, because like he's been dead, he's back alive. Like it's a thing. It just happens. You know?
Molfin, did you come in for this, or were you still in the library, or did you join in for what was going on?
But Molfin came into the room, but he is sort of noticeably standing off on his own.
Okay.
Like just sort of watching off from a distance.
Okay. Perfect. But it looks like it's just this family is just taking a moment to just enjoy the embrace, enjoy having Kaylessa back. And there's a brief exchange between the king and Kaylessa, and she looks up to him and says, "Sorry, I thought it was you. I thought it was you." And Molfin, you would have remembered hearing that in your vision, it did look like the king. And it was the kiss that basically took her life. Just a few moments pass.
I run to Diana,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try not to do it, but I'm sobbing hysterically. And I say nothing. I can't say anything.
Oh my god, I embrace Ashlyn with like just open arms. Like when she runs up to me, I don't even hesitate. Like my arms are wide, and as soon as like she hits my chest, I just wrap my arms around her and just squeeze her tighter than anything else in the entire world and just rub her back. And I'm like, it's okay now, and she's back, and it's gonna be okay. I love you.
And I try to whisper because I was gonna pour my tears on my face, but I say thank you.
I love you.
I love you too.
After a few moments, you can tell that, and Diana, you would know this about the spell, it takes a few days for a person to feel themselves again. She's extremely weak, she's tired. She doesn't look like she's wounded or anything of that nature. It just looks like a tired, sluggish kind of sense. I think the spell description says it's like they have like a -4 to all their like saving throws and ability checks and stuff like that, and it takes like a long rest to like heal one of those. So it'd take, the better part of a half a week to a week for them to feel themselves again. So
like their soul just came back to their barely disintegrated, decayed body.
True. So it seems like the king is helping her to stand and taking her to a place where she can get rested up, presumably back upstairs, maybe to get cleaned up, get changed, get taken care of. And they, of course, being a king and a queen, they have different people that work at the castle that are here to help out as well. So you can see them taking upon themselves and just going ahead and starting to do all that. In the meantime, it's really up to you guys. You guys have some moments to talk it out here, to communicate a little bit. The adventure is yours. You guys have some time here as they're doing this.
I continue holding Ashlyn.
That's about all I got.
Yeah, literally same. I'm like, I hold Ashlyn. We're rocking back and forth now, slowly. I feel like at a certain point we would just completely sink to the floor entirely and just like not even like legs don't work no more. Like we're just sitting on the floor holding each other for dear life.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't have anything at the moment. I'll just give everybody space, I think.
Okay. I mean, we can also like scene wipe,
Yeah.
move on to the future a little
Yeah.
bit, and do that unless
Molfin is
somebody.
going to try to wander off.
Go back to the library.
Oh,
Yeah, Molfin's going to see if he can get out of there without sort of attracting attention.
Okay.
Go back to the
I'm
library.
paying
and-
attention to Molfin always.
Okay. All right. Would you like to try to make a stealth check, Molfin, to see if you can?
Sure, why not?
If you're being specific
I-
about
if I
trying to
can
sneak out of there.
Yeah.
yes.
That is my master, and I have to follow him everywhere.
I will say, since you are proactively perceiving Vix, you can go ahead and roll for your perception check, since you're actually like actively looking. I guess if you're not actively looking, I'll just compare it to your passive. So
It depends. Am I still collecting candles at this moment, or am I done collecting the
I
candles?
would say you probably picked up those candles pretty quick because you would not let those candles get away from you. So I would have
That's going to be a tough one, Vix.
Okay,
Okay, I would roll for it. I would roll for it.
Uh-oh.
I probably don't get it though.
Roll for
That's
it,
a
buddy.
17.
I actually
Whoa.
rolled a 17 as well.
Oh,
14 plus 3.
So yeah, I think
13 plus
Vix
2.
would notice Molfin sneaking off out of the throne room.
Does he
Oh,
seem
come
like he
on.
wants his space?
I don't know.
You can tell Molfin is very noticeably trying to be quiet, trying to leave without drawing anyone's attention. Like, yeah, basically picture cartoon thief, like,
He's tiptoeing out of there.
All right.
What's funny is I think
All right,
everyone else
I'm
has a
going
high
to,
enough passive perception to see this too. I think. Oh no,
I don't.
Lachlan doesn't.
Yeah, I'm only 16.
Okay, yeah, so Lachlan doesn't notice.
Just everyone else did though.
yep.
I am way too busy comforting Ashlyn.
Yeah, I think seeing that, I'm going to wind up Lachlan and Riled and follow.
Okay.
I also am gonna. I'm gonna mislead. I'm gonna cast mislead to try not to bring attention to me leaving either.
Okay.
So I'm gonna leave me in the room, just like
So there's a Vix
playing with
in
a
the
candle
room.
or something.
Okay. Sure.
And I'm gonna invisibly walk out the room and follow Molfin.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. So Callista, are you trying to be sneaky about following Molfin? No, not really. Gonna let him just have a little bit of a head start.
Yeah.
So, Molfin, where are you leading this group to?
Molfin's going back to the library
Mm-hmm.
and setting up to cast Identify as a ritual.
Okay. All right.
And before getting everything set up, she's going to bring the chest back out and bring out that necklace the king was wearing and cast Identify on it.
Okay.
Good call.
I think didn't you already identify it?
No, it's we made a I made a general
Okay.
Arcana check on it,
Okay.
and then just sort of the thing left. Great, banish it to another dimension for now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you're starting to set up your ritual, and Vix is seeing all this. Eventually, Callista, Riled, and Lachlan all walk in as well. You don't know Vix is there, but he's in the room.
And realistically, Molfin's probably not even paying attention. He'd be sitting down with his back to the door, just dealing with this little thing in the room.
I don't want you to freak out, but I'm here too.
Wonderful.
To
Well, don't
protect
busy
you
at
in
the moment.
case anything bad happens.
Thank you. Just let me deal with this for a moment.
No
What are
problem.
you doing, Molfin?
Oh gosh! Hi.
Holy hell.
Hi. I
Should have figured
Did I
you would
give
me.
Diane and Ashlyn some space and
Yes, it seemed everybody was having a moment.
Yeah.
But I figured it was about time to actually check on this pendant the king was wearing.
good call.
I could check on them. Whatever you guys want me to.
Give
It
them a
actually
few
yeah. At this point, everyone else is here, so I guess it doesn't hurt if they show up either. Although having some advanced warning of Ashlyn's coming may be a good thing. But anyway, Molfin's going to take the time to cast his ritual.
Okay. So you take a moment casting your ritual, and you do find that this is a... It is a wondrous magical item, a legendary one. It is, pretty much the equivalent to that same thing that the Iron Flask does.
Okay.
You can use a command word targeting a. In this case, this is specific though to just genies in general. So the only thing that you can trap in this gem is a genie type. But they have to make a saving throw to resist it, or they get sucked into it. And the only way that they get released is by you roll. It's a D4, and however many wishes that D4 chimes in is how many wishes they have to free themselves. Now, the thing about this thing is, you would know in identifying it, this genie has one wish left until it, basically, when it agrees to take on that wish, it's freed, and it will no longer be trapped within the gemstone. It does require attunement, and you would know it's currently attuned to the king. And you don't think, like, if it breaks attunement with the king, you don't think that if you attune to it, then you're going to get more wishes. It doesn't really work that way. If you
What if he recaptures the thing?
if you if you attune to it, you probably will get that. It still has that one wish remaining,
That
so to
one-
speak.
Yeah. So after Molfin finishes identifying, you're gonna put it back in the chest and send it back. Look back at the group. It still has one wish left in it.
What are you gonna wish for?
One must be careful with such things. We've seen what it did to Ashlyn and her family. Although, wishing the creature to deliver something to you seems like it may be less of a risky thought. Don't get that look, Callista. You know it's still on my list. Can't really trust it back to the king. He's already said he would wish things back, and Lord
Right.
only knows what he would do with that.
My concern is what happens if fine, you use it to deliver something. What happens after that? It's free. And it has the ability to make wishes? Are we gonna fight something like that?
Or we banish it back home.
That would be ideal.
Just finish with things here. Perhaps a conversation is called for here.
Okay.
It may want revenge on whatever trapped it in the first place, assuming it can find it.
What if it was the king? He doesn't remember.
Yes, but I mean, he doesn't have any skill. He nearly got killed by a dagger.
Exactly. So if we, hypothetically, if the king trapped this genie and the genie erased his memories, the genie has all the motive to kill the king. He doesn't care if he's powerful or not. He was trapped in a gem because of whoever did it. And if it's the king...
But don't you think Ashlyn would have mentioned that, oh yes, by the way, my father is a powerful wizard or magician?
He might have got someone to do it for him. I don't know. Do you know if it has to be an arcane practitioner to trap a thing like that with an item like this? Or could anyone just have this item? And
that's a valid point. It does just require the speaking of a command phrase to activate it.
it just makes me nervous, that's all.
Perhaps a conversation is in. If we like its answers. Have it perform a service and leave.
I don't like it.
Not as risk involved, but
If you ask it to grant the wish in its homeland,
we'd have to get there first.
Yeah.
That could be tricky on its own.
take a little vacation.
Although, if I were to do it on another plane where I could return from,
And then he'd just be stuck on that plane.
potentially.
Theoretically. I think that needs more research done before we go playing with that.
I suppose you're
It would
correct.
be awesome if Diana were there right now, because then she would tell you about abilities like Magic Circle, where she could make a creature charmed, frightened, or possessed once they enter a magical circle that she could make that would trap them, that you could then banish them in. That'd be really cool, but too bad she's not there. Too bad she's comforting Ashlyn. Okay.
Wait,
I will,
all of a
I will
sudden,
pop back
all of a sudden,
into-
the Diana pigeon just comes in. Ooh, ooh, hey guys, I'm
yeah.
gonna.
It's a divine message from Ilmater, you guys. Lachlan just heard it. He's a prophet now.
I'll pop into my illusionary body and let them know we are in the library discussing things.
Okay.
Yes, metagaming. I love it. Love to see
And
it.
then
Okay.
pop back to myself.
Okay.
I let them know that we're in the library discussing things.
Bloody hell. Molfin, make sure the chest is gone.
Alright.
Okay.
I guess we should go to the library then.
And Callista, Lachlan,
Yeah.
how do you feel that we deal with this crystal the king was looking for? You know, this one, Molfin will hold it up.
I don't think he needs any more magical items to play with. I think he's grounded.
He's got a bad track record.
Yeah. We're taking his toys away.
Well, especially with how useful this thing is.
Yeah, and we don't know how he plans to use it.
Molfin, you did attune to that, correct?
Yep.
You feel a strong pull from this thing as you get it out. Like, something is pointing you towards the northwest and also to the west.
I remember when I had that strange giant positioning signal in my head. I feel a journey to the west is needed.
Oh, another one?
Now I have two. Northwest and west.
Okay.
Speaking of items, I wanted to bring it up. Lachlan, you gave me these swords. I think I want to give them back. They're
Sweet.
nice. They're nice, but they're not my jazz. Molfin,
Molfin's gonna pull it out and just hand it over.
I have this dagger. You can have this one.
Okay.
I'll give
thank
her
you.
the plus 2 dagger.
Plus 2 dagger, okay. So you're trading daggers, okay. eventually Ashlyn
Oh.
and Diana make their way into the library.
Oh yeah.
Enjoy the rest.
We get up from where we're sitting, and I just want to give Ashlyn like one more hug and just be like, honestly, can I tell you truthfully, I am so glad that worked. I was scared for a second.
I knew you could do it.
Thank you for having faith in me.
Always.
Always.
You have faith in me.
Always.
Yeah.
And forever.
Of course.
We'll walk together to the library.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And you guys eventually make your way into the library where it looks like the group is all together. Would the illusory Vix go with them, or would the illusory Vix stay in that other room?
Honestly,
Alright, come on now, Vic. Let's go. We're all going to the library.
Yep.
I probably didn't hear it, so he's probably just gonna stay there.
Yeah, you guys are like
Oh.
waving to Vix to leave, and Vix is just standing there in the middle of the room.
That's odd, but
You said that you left it playing with candles, right?
Yeah.
Okay, have fun with your shadows, buddy. Alright. Keep walking.
And you guys make it to the library, where everyone is here except Vix.
Except wait, isn't there now also a Vixen here?
There
Oh,
is,
no, I'm
but you guys,
invisible in
can't
here. Oh,
see
okay,
him, so you just assume that he's back there with the candles.
Yeah, that sword exchange, I like set them on the ground so that they became visible.
Hey, you guys, Vix is back there playing with candles. We really couldn't get him to come along.
you get his attention at all.
Yeah, but I feel
Why
like
did you leave him there? He's going to burn the castle down now.
oh, you're right. And I get up and I go back.
Wait, I'm in here. I'm in here.
No.
You hear Vix.
Oh, hello, Vix.
Hello.
Okay, so
We
what's
discussing.
happening? What's the tea?
We were discussing potentially heading west.
For what? When?
Fun.
At some point in the near future, it's the items out there that need collecting. There's things to deal with.
Yeah, like my Nothic that needs collecting that certain people sabotaged.
All right, I'll take out my etch a sketch photo and see if he's in there or not.
The Nothic?
Oh, actually, that's cool. I didn't even think
Yeah.
of that.
Okay.
Be alive.
Ashlyn, go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
Oh dear. Let's see. Okay. Wait.
Is the D100 with the Nothic? Is it still alive?
P100 is which one of the 100 faces that Michael has sitting on the back burner pop up?
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus,
41.
there's so many.
41.
41. Okay.
Yeah.
You do, in fact, see the Nothic.
I was looking.
Just looks like he's standing there.
Nothing's alive.
Does he look lost? Does he look
blank.
sad? Does he need me?
It's kind of like, you know how when you play a video game and you're selecting a character for like a fighting game and they have
Yeah,
their
they
little
just go
stance
idle.
in the
Yeah.
corner, the idle stance,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Liu Kang. You know, kind of like one of those things. It's like one of those. It just shows you like them like idle, like standing there. But yeah,
Okay.
it's Johnny
And I was
Cage.
asking that to Ashlyn as well, like very anxiously. Is he okay? Let me see him.
I just
Sub-Zero.
think he's alive. I don't know where he is though.
Oh my god, you poor thing.
Yeah, what that thing tells you is they're still alive and they're on the same plane of existence.
Okay.
That poor thing. He was just supposed to be in Vecna's tower. He didn't even know where he was going. He got banished here. I don't even think he's from this realm, this plane.
I believe we were still on the prime material when we were there because we teleported and we were able to get home.
That place was freaky. I don't know what was going on in there.
That place was.
Well, we do have to go back there at some point, so.
Huh?
We
There's just
still
a
have an object
gnome
to
in
find.
there drinking. What was he drinking? Wine out of a.
Wine that he thought was water.
God.
Oh yeah.
Water that he thought was wine.
No,
Was it water that he
became
thought was
wine.
wine or wine that he thought was water? Or was it
No.
blood?
Wine.
'Cause it was getting freaky.
Water that
Oh,
became wine.
All water in that room turned into wine and alcohol.
Yeah.
That sounds
You
like
know
a
what?
nice room.
I know a guy who can do that. Not Ilmater.
You know a guy.
He's probably like a sister, like a branch off. There's
Yeah.
a lot of similarities.
Yeah. Ooh, I guess. Can we like hang around just for a couple days to make sure my mom gets better, or do we have to leave like now?
Oh, we
I mean,
have a few
I'll stay
days.
with you.
Okay.
I suppose we
use
could
a day.
try to do this.
We could probably all use a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking
We
anyway.
attempt
Make some poison.
Does this place have any
Okay.
that's like a fancy spa? I believe that we should do like girls, not well, girl. It's not girls' day because there's like our boys here, but like I mean, like
But
I think that we deserve some R&R. We deserve to have a beach episode. We deserve
yeah, we deserve
to
a beach
relax.
episode.
And Diana's saying that out loud?
Yeah, the beach episode and everything.
Molfin immediately. I think that's a wonderful idea. I think you, Callista, and Ashlyn should definitely go do that.
I was including you three in that as well.
Happening.
I look
Certainly,
suspiciously at the
Vixen
boys.
Vix and Lachlan, I'm certain, would love to tag along as well.
What are you up to?
I'm not afraid.
Right? Molfin. Molfin!
I'm certain I will not do anything I wouldn't do.
Okay.
Wait,
You
you're
know
certain you
what?
wouldn't do anything you would?
I wouldn't do anything I wouldn't
I
do.
have learned for the assurance of where my mortal soul ends up one day to not ask you any questions. So,
Ask me
You
no
know.
questions, I shall tell you no lies.
I'm gonna make the
This is
chart
true.
for our. I'm gonna make the itinerary for our beach day, and I go somewhere.
Right, yeah,
I have this
actually,
really tough
Not in the
situation.
library, but somewhere.
I have to choose which group I want to go with. Oh no.
Hang on, I'm like hanging the itinerary in his face, like we're gonna have strawberry daiquiris. We're gonna light so many candles and make like a bubble bath. Like it's gonna be so cool. We're like I don't know if they've got hot springs or whatever around here, but I'm sure we can find something. I don't know what kind of anime cliche beach day episode we're gonna have, but it's gonna be one.
they don't.
I just look at Molfin with like puppy dog eyes. Like, can I go? Like,
Have
Aw.
fun, enjoy yourself.
We'll have cake.
all right, I'm in because you
Hell
said
yeah.
candles. That's it.
I knew it.
Diana, some of the castle advisors would tell you that they don't necessarily have hot springs, but at the bottom of the falls, with the way the city's built, they have areas of, they're kind of like, you just like imagine like a majestic lagoon where you can do like cliff jumping off like into like these deep parts of the river and things
Awesome.
like that. They have places like that here that you can kind of enjoy. It's like kind of like this vacation oasis place that just is
Best beach episode ever. Oh my god, let's go.
right. So you guys head there.
Maybe not right
Come
now.
on,
but, like,
Lachlan. Lachlan, you joining?
I'm going cliff jumping. Yep.
All right.
Yep, that's what I thought.
So you're going cliff jumping, Lachlan, and do you guys just want to like take an easy day and then do this the next day, or is this like do it now kind of deal?
I was low key joking the entire time, but this is the direction the episode
Oh, no.
actually
I
takes,
mean,
then I'm down.
You can do it if you want. I mean, it's possible.
Unless there are other plans that I would be impeding. If anyone has any machinations.
I'll be near here for the next few days just to make sure mom's okay.
We
I'm
should
gonna
take your mom.
She's like really weak. I don't think throwing her off a cliff would be good for her.
Oh.
But
Yes. Just bring the woman
No,
back from
I
the dead
meant
and then
for
have the
point
cleric
taken.
throw her off a cliff.
yeah, that's
I'm sure the king
You
would
feel
want
alive.
What
Cannonball!
a way to.
Some Joe Nelson tonight.
Do a belly flop.
That's it.
that. Make a constitution save as you just took 400 damage. Mighty high cliff.
I mean, you guys have the next few days. I think Molfin had something in mind that he was going to do, and it seemed like Callista was keeping very, very close tabs on her friend Molfin. So, I mean, you guys can take it away. I'm not going to stand in your way.
Callista's not saying much, but she's watching him.
Molfin's just gonna, putter around and spend a lot of time in books and just trying to catch a moment where he thinks he can slip away.
Okay.
Don't think it. And, well, let's rephrase that a little. Trying to look for a moment where Callista is actively distracted by something.
Okay.
How are you going to actively distract Callista? Because she's actively watching you.
Molfin ain't the one. Molfin's hoping that, like, Diane or somebody wanders over. Oh, come on.
You see a quick meta joke. However, Diana's a holy woman.
I would probably introduce each of you to my parents, like officially. So,
Okay.
honestly.
Okay. So would you pull them separately?
I'd probably pull them together and
Okay.
then like separately introduce them after that. Like,
Okay.
but I don't know how much time that would take.
Well, we don't have to RP it all out. We can just say that you
Yeah.
kind of take a moment and
I mean, for Molfin to get away, I don't know how much time it would take because I'd want to like be like.
Well, I'm
"So this
sure
is
the
Molfin,
minute
your
Molfin
uncle, as you know."
I'm sure the minute Molfin saw nobody was watching, he would be yeah.
Okay.
So
Unfortunately, though, if somebody's not dragging Callista away, he's not stupid. Not even Molfin stupid enough to think he's going to get away with that.
Okay.
That creates a scene as Callista it takes off running. So.
Did you guys want to do a day at these cliff jumping places? Did you want to go and enjoy some of that water? Okay. You guys take a moment. You guys are all kind of enjoying, like, getting comfortable with the space. Lachlan kind of goes up to the top of an area to cliff jump, and he launches
With spider gloves.
Yeah, with spider gloves. He just crawls right up the cliff. He launches himself off this place. Like, what kind of trick would you do, Lachlan, what's your go-to dive, Lachlan?
You got to throw a dagger, jump, catch it, and then like do like a screw attack,
Like
sort
a
of thing.
corkscrew down. Okay.
Yep.
As Lachlan hits the water, you guys see the water splash up, and you can see what looks to be under the water. It's pretty clear. You can see under the water, but you don't see Lachlan. You just see like bubbles trail, and eventually he pops back up out of the water and takes a breath, and you can see him until the water line, and then he's invisible. So right now you just see his head kind of floating like in the top of the water.
How many sea monsters are under your feet right now?
Oh no.
Oh no. This was supposed to be relaxing.
It's something, Lachlan, something about this water, like when you step into it, it makes you invisible.
I'm never leaving this water. This is amazing.
Lachlan, you don't know what else is in the water with you.
It's part of the excitement.
Can you see under the water? Like if you're also in the water and you're invisible under the water. Yes.
You go under. You guys see? You guys see like bubbles, like they'd be coming out of Lachlan's mouth, but you can't see Lachlan. But the water is like extremely clear. It's like pristine looking clean water. Lachlan, you're looking around. It's just super clean. super clean all around you. I don't see anything.
Does anybody? Hmm.
You can't even see yourself. You're like swimming in front. You can't even see your hands. You just see bubbles, like moving about.
Easy.
So many questions. So, does anybody have like a chemical test or anything like that? Anybody want to do see the alkaline level of this lake?
We need an artificer.
Yeah.
Sorry, we left our litmus paper back at home.
If you guys want to, you can either make anybody that's here at this moment can make either an intelligence check. You can make an Arcana check if you wanted to. If you had better Arcana, you could even make an investigation check. I would allow you to make an investigation check for this skill base if you want to. You don't have to. It's up to you.
Is there anybody here with us that like is from the area? Because I know we were directed here by like castle people.
They probably
Did
just
any of
gave you
them accompany
directions.
us?
I don't think any of them would accompany you. They'd probably just give you directions to it, and you just go.
I look
I got
around.
a
and I'm like,
19.
19. What specific?
Got a
check was it?
9.
9. Okay, Lachlan, you're next. Right?
Arcana.
All right. Vix, you remember them saying something about the protections of this place. What gives it its power, and what made this place survive here is because nobody could find it. Well, it appears that some of that protection goes into the water as well, and it makes things invisible in the water. So that's a hidden protection that's here, is the fact that this mist that rises up from the waterfalls causes the place not to be seen. So it's relative
I
to...
relay that information.
Right.
That's nifty.
That's cool.
Mhm.
Okay.
Slick.
Hearing
But
that,
knowing that too, Vix, knowing that too, if you took water from here, you have a feeling like it would be okay to use like heat in here, like you could use the water and it would make things invisible. But as soon as you got out within like the zone of like this protected space, it would just be water.
Ashlyn, I'll give you gold if you drink it to see if your insides turn clear.
I
Okay.
was literally thinking the exact same thing.
You start swallowing.
I'll take a
on
big
it.
old mouthful. Yeah.
Doesn't seem to have the same effect on the inside, Lachlan.
Okay, I'll put some
I was gonna
gold
say, like, what happens tonight when I go to the restroom?
No, Michael, that's a failed up too. Yes, it turns his esophagus invisible, but it's under his skin, so nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody knows. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Lachlan's,
You guys just see Lachlan.
wait, if the water went onto his tongue, then would his tongue... Lachlan, take another drink of water, but don't swallow it. But then, like, open your mouth and show me your tongue. I want to see if your tongue is invisible.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, his tongue is missing.
That's weird.
Okay, this is fun. I will climb up the cliff and I will also jump into the water.
No.
Is this what the kids call science?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what the kids call
I feel like I'm on an
science.
episode of Magic School Bus right now.
Yeah, I don't
Wow,
understand.
science. We never use that with our magic.
Yeah, I don't understand what magic and science.
Yeah, so Diana, you jump in. Same thing happens to you. You jump in. As soon as you're fully submerged, like you're invisible. But as soon as you come up out of the water, you know, everybody can see you.
I would like to come up all dramatic.
Oh yes,
Mermaid
flinging
hair.
mermaid flinging the hair.
Mermaid hair. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Slaves, red hair, it's all good.
I mean, nothing seems to bother you. I mean, you guys are just enjoying some invisible water and having a moment where you guys are swimming around and having a relaxing time, trying to forget about, brushing your cares aside for a little bit of time. What's everybody else doing? I mean, you guys, we can
Jumping off the cliffs
jump off
too.
the cliffs. Yeah, I
Every
mean,
time Lachlan goes up 5 feet, I'm gonna go 5 feet higher.
oh, we're gonna make this a competition.
Yeah.
All right. You both of you make a Would you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Ooh.
A wisdom saving throw.
This
Uh-oh.
This is a fear effect. Let's see how strong you are in the face of the heights as you guys start going
17.
up. Oh,
20.
natural 20. You had a 17.
Okay.
Eventually,
He
Yeah.
doesn't afraid of anything.
there's one moment where Ashlyn goes up there. She looks down, and Ashlyn like runs up vertical surfaces. And it's usually like you don't take the time to look behind you to look down. So it's kind of like one of those moments where you're standing there and this is the first time where you really felt like, man, this is pretty high. And then you do the thing where you stand there for a second and then you take 2 steps down. And then you're like, oh, this is much better. And then like Lachlan's like 15 foot above you and he's getting ready to do another one of his epic spin moves as he jumps off the cliff. And
Here, I'll throw my knife to you this time.
You're gonna die!
I'll catch it. Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
okay, make a dexterity check for me, Lachlan.
19.
19, you catch it. You time it out perfectly. And then you hear, "You're gonna die" from Vix down there echoing in the as you guys make your way down to the water. Really, you guys can spend as much time here as you'd like, just relaxing and
I have one more thing.
sure.
I would like
Uh-oh.
to swim up to Vix, and I want to like dunk like most of my head in the water, like all of my hair, and so that way all of my hair is invisible, but my head is not. And I would like to go up to Vix, and I'd be like, "Do you think that this is a good look for me? Like just completely bald."
Well, I would give you a solid answer, but the thing is, I can only see like this part of your face. The rest of it's invisible.
Dang it!
It looks like you're a pancake. I can't give you a.
Literally just fell. And then Diana gets dragged under the water, cut back to Molfin and Callista.
I swim away. I
Swim
swim away. If she
away.
gets dragged under the water, I'm going out. I'm getting out.
Vix,
I'm not coming back.
Vix is terrified. There's something else in the water. Okay, yeah, we
Diana's dead. Diana's dead. She got dragged underwater.
Oh no.
Help.
we can do a we'll do a hard screen wipe cut to Molfin and Callista back at the castle. Molfin,
Molfin.
imagine a montage where you're sitting there reading a book, and then you look up and you look across the room, and Callista's on the other side of the room reading a book, and she looks up at you at the same time you look at her. And then she puts her head back down, and you can see her having like a little smirk on her face as she's doing this. And then like you're standing in the lobby and you're doing something else in the lobby, and then you look up and you immediately look across the room, and there's Callista standing there just looking at you. And then there's a part where you're walking through the courtyard gardens or something like that, and you like stop for a moment and you're smelling a flower, and you open your eyes, and right across on the other side, smelling a flower, is Callista just looking at you.
Yes.
Eventually, at one point when we're outside and a little ways away, Molfin is just gonna, still seeing her, they're just gonna pull his little thing and summon the chest back, and looking around to make sure that there's no one else in the area, is very sort of pronounced. Open it up, pull the necklace back out and close it, and then banish the chest away.
Okay.
And then just start, I'm basically sort of talking to the necklace for a minute.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure that you can pop out unless I take the time to attune to this, but if you can come out, I have a few questions for you before taking ownership and perhaps releasing you. If you'd care to, Bing, bing, bing. A little flick it and it swing back.
Swinging like a pendulum back and forth.
Yeah, the pendulum.
Yeah. You take a moment that you say that and nothing. No response from it. No glow.
Bloody hell.
Nothing.
You have to attune to it.
As I was trying to avoid that, but seems I don't have a choice if I want to talk to this thing. I'm gonna banish the chest, sit down, and
Make an
unattune to my
make an intelligence check for me,
Okay.
Molfin.
Okay, that's not bad. Great intelligence.
Yep.
Okay, 16.
16. Yeah. Attuning to it would probably most likely work. Another thing that might work, you would know that when this thing came out the first time, it was because the king had mentioned something about a wish.
Mm.
Mm.
Hmm. I hesitate to word it. Well, I suppose I'm not attuned to it as of yet.
Oh,
What are
no.
you-
This is where the
That's-
universe tears apart.
Molfin.
Molfin's gonna hold it up and look at it. I would like to discuss making a wish with you.
All of a sudden, that gem begins to glow bright orange. And you see that same moment where it seems like this strange orange dust cloud seems to emerge out from the gemstone, cascading these orange glows flickering off of the courtyard gardens all around you. Callista checking it out from across the garden way. You can see
I
this
want to
thing.
get closer. I'm definitely getting closer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that same form pops up again that you guys have seen. If you, I think I gave you guys a handout of it in there. I'm showing this to our Twitch friends. This female figure that pops out wearing this kind of reddish orange dress. Legs are not there. It's just like a little reddish dust cloud that seems to be kind of billowing underneath. Wielding this massive kind of two-handed maul, this two-handed hammer, just resting it over her shoulders. Her flesh appears to be made out of earth or stone or something of that nature. Her eyes seem to glow orange as she looks towards you. And you're not the king.
No, it seems to be your. Well, this has come into my possession. I wanted to speak with you for a few moments, as I believe we may be able to assist each other.
Oh, and how do you
Have a need of.
Oh, please continue.
You have a need of someone doing something in order for you to be released. I had a few questions for you, if I may, before tuning to this little trinket and then doing exactly what you are asking. What is your... How long have you been trapped in here? Was it the king who trapped you?
Oh, no, not the king. It wasn't the king who trapped me. I was hoping that the king would set me free. I was just one way.
You are still just one away, and now you're with someone who is exponentially more likely to use it.
Well,
Callista just like grunts at that, like just exhales through her nose, very disgruntled.
well, I am very intrigued.
Once free, what is your goal? You seem unlike other beings we have run into.
I simply wish to return home.
Where's
Can I
home?
insight check this?
Sure, you may.
I
Go.
asked, where is home?
Yeah, I believe her.
Home is a.
I'm less than a 5, so.
Oh yeah, you believe her. Home is not of this plane.
Which plane is
Ooh,
it?
that's loud. I'm sorry, guys.
Ooh, that is
Yeah.
loud.
That was weird.
Apologize. That came out of nowhere.
Cool.
So, as I believe, for some reason, the hair on the back of my neck is standing.
My home is of the elemental plane of earth and rock. There's where I belong, and I desire to see it once again.
And that's all you desire is home?
That is it. I'm almost
Do I
there.
believe that?
You can make an insight check. Go ahead.
Oh, which dice? Little dragon. Little dragon, go! Oh, that's not
I'll
great.
take care of it. Don't worry. Okay, good.
16.
16? Seems to be being honest with you, from what you can tell.
All right. Okay. We definitely have the means to get you back.
Well, that's great news.
Molfin's going to look very pointedly at Kristy. Callista.
Kristy Martin.
Christy Lista. Callisti.
Callisti, I like it. I like it.
Molfin is just sort of looking at Callista's face.
Let me just double check something on my spells, because druids deal with elementals all the time, but I want to make sure. I'm pretty sure it's just Diana that can banish, but let's see if there's anything.
No, it is not.
No, is it not what?
No, Molfin can do it as well.
Oh, you can do it as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Don't you banish the chest all the time?
Yeah, but that's a
That's
specific part of that spell.
Yeah.
I have the spell banish, and I also can do it through the hand. And, Molfin may have been planning this, so...
Maybe.
He hasn't prepared.
Yeah.
It may or may not be among his, prepared...
Okay, knowing that, Callisto will definitely look back at you like very evenly, like, of course you did.
Molfin's going to look over at Callista and say, I think this may be the safest way to do it. And then just look at the Egregion and just sort of, do I have to attune to this, or do I just make my request to you?
The gemstone must be connected to you for you to gain the benefits of the wish.
Fair enough. Well, then forgive me. I will ask you to, unfortunately, hop back to your home for a mere hour or so I can take some time to attune to it. And then we shall have another conversation.
Perfect. An hour will just feel like a split second.
And once our business is done, should you wish it, I am a somewhat skilled arcane practitioner. I can send you back to your home within a mere few seconds.
Oh, there won't be no need for that. I have the ability to do that on my own. The issue is that I'm locked to that device.
Not for much longer.
She just
Keep in
smiles towards
mind-
you and is like, great.
Keep in mind that if you do anything to manipulate this deal we bring to you, you will regret it.
Indeed, I understand.
If you bring any more hurt to this family, I will kill you myself.
I desire no further hurt to any family. I do have one question for both of you, though.
What's that?
When said wish has been granted, and my freedom has been freely given to me, would you allow me to take the possession of that said item so that I may keep it.
I look at Molfin and I look back at him and I'm like, take a look at him. Do you really think he's gonna let you take that?
That's exactly why I want to take it. So I can be rest assured that that said item doesn't find its way into trapping me again.
We don't need you.
Well, we need you for now. Once the deal is done, and Molfin will look at Callista, as this is only of use to catch beings of your type. I see no reason to withhold it from you, should our deal work properly.
Very good. Then I shall wait. Call upon me when you are ready. And all of a sudden,
Not be long.
she kind of morphs back into that moving cloud of sand and dust, and then just emerges back into the glowing gem, and then the glow dissipates into this gemstone until it's just dangling there in your hand.
Are you insane?
Funny story. To be honest, probably a little.
Oh, great.
Here is my thought behind this. So, as most people would make something a generalized statement, or I want this. My thought for this is wishing for said individual to obtain the item and deliver it to me.
Which individual?
The one currently residing in the necklace.
Huh.
At
So you-
worst case scenario, it goes and attempts, and it fails, and ends up dead. Best case scenario, it succeeds, delivers it here, and I hand over a necklace and it leaves, whether it wants to or not.
You really plan on giving her that necklace?
The necklace can only be used to trap genie or jinn.
She could use that on others.
I fail to see how that is my problem.
The problem is a lot of things we fail to see that could be our problems end up biting us in the ass. So I'm just trying to cover our bases.
Fair enough. But at the same point, if you think of it from that individual's point of view, would you be comfortable having someone else hold something that could trap you like that?
No, I suppose not. I guess we just have to trust that she just stays in her earth plane and it won't affect us. Regardless of what she does with it, whether she destroys it or sells it or does whatever, but
Or worst,
as long as it's not on the plane, it's probably for the best.
keeps it away from Ashlyn's father,
Yeah.
which, again, making broad wishes to repair problems with his memory or things of that nature could have various unseen effects, as we've already seen.
Many things could change. It makes... I don't like it.
Which is why my thought is to wish for that individual to fetch it.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
And it also saves us from having to traipse all over creation, various planes and whatnot, looking for it.
So which item? Because there's a few items. I'm assuming one, but I could be wrong.
I doubt you are. You have a
sword,
way of seeing things.
the eye.
The wand. There are a couple items.
Yeah,
I thought
I
it was
was
gonna be the
Orcus or the eye.
No, the eye. I am not quite so insane to send a simple creature of that nature after Orcus.
Okay, just double check.
Although that would be a good way to get rid of the person, but it doesn't really get me what I'm looking for either.
No, I understand. Yeah. That makes me feel better knowing that it's not Orcus, because that seems like something you could do.
You're not wrong with that, but
I know.
in this way, the creature is gone.
What are we gonna do about their memories, though?
Nothing.
Like, I obviously don't want to use the wish and fuck things up even more, but I've never seen Ashlyn so heartbroken.
No, but at the same point, you saw her face when her mother said she remembered her.
Yeah.
It may be at this point best to let them start rebuilding
I agree.
rather than taking however long it's been, and now you're leaving her parents with more holes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they've lost some things, but now at this point they have. To Ashlyn, she has her parents back.
I agree.
To
I
them,
think as such.
they have a daughter that they never knew, and everything is a new story, is a new journey for them.
And they have nothing but time now. Elves, you know.
Yes, and that where we've dealt with the problem in Hell's Gate,
Mm.
they should be relatively safe here. Hopefully the arguments with the druids will get better now.
Yeah. I definitely think that if we survive all this and you obtain what you plan on obtaining, maybe we'll have enough power to fix it ourselves.
It would be, well, one would assume it would be possible at that level.
Right. I just
Again,
wanted to...
should they choose, again, even with that, I assume there would be risks. That would have to be something Ashlyn and the parents both agreed with.
Yeah. That's future us problems. I just wanted to pick your brain on it.
Oh, it is something that weighs on my mind.
Yeah.
There are many things that have to be righted so far.
Yeah, there's a long list of those too.
I'm more concerned with the small group of us than the others, but
And Molfin, don't hide this shit from me. Just be honest, remember? I'm not gonna stop you if you have a valid reason.
no, it was not so much hiding from you, although that was rather amusing. It's more.
You wasted like 4 hours of my day.
I was rather enjoying it for the first while. I thought
Yeah, the first 30 minutes were abusing, but after that...
No, it's more.
Ashlyn?
Yes, it's. I have a feeling I'm hoping her father will sort of slip his mind about these things, but.
Yeah, he's been through a lot.
Which is why I'm going to attune and make my request of this thing prior to us bidding our farewell to them.
Are you doing that today? Or do you have other contingencies to set up before then?
That is a valid point. I should probably wait until the morning.
Okay.
Set up my contingencies first.
Do we want to tell any of the others about those?
We should, just in case.
I think we should too.
Well, it's a fairly straightforward statement I'm making.
It's good to have Diana's and I guess Lachlan's clerical backup.
And never mind Ashlyn's fist, but
Yeah, well,
again, I'm instructing you to bring an item. Who knows what it brings along
Right.
with.
right. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it in the morning then. I guess we can talk to the group later.
Why worry them? Just throw it in the lap first thing in the morning. Have the strange meat that comes from the north of us.
I guess
They
it
call
wouldn't.
it bacon. It doesn't really look like it, but
Okay, Kristy's gonna come.
Yo!
Wow, bringing it full circle.
Oh no,
We
he
go
did
Team
it.
Cleric.
I love you.
I just want to say thank you, Stumpy, for that inspiration.
Oh no.
So question for you guys. Do you guys, Molfin and Callista, would you guys want to have this conversation in the evening with the group? Or would you wait until the next morning? Because what we could do is we could just fast forward a little bit to when the group gets back, and you guys can have this conversation, or we can fast forward to the next day, and then you guys can have this conversation in the morning.
I would definitely do it before we went to bed. Like, I would let them have a full day of just goofing around and not worrying about stuff for a minute, and that way it gives Ashlyn time to like spend time with her mom and dad,
Yeah.
kids to play in the pool, and then mom and dad will wait until it's like late at night and sit down for a talk.
And then Dad will get forced to have the conversation you didn't want to have.
I come back like halfway through the day screaming because Diana's dead. Like
That throws a wrench in things because I would go looking for her.
Okay. Yeah. Vix goes tearing off, running through the hallways, screaming. Callista, you run. Your heart's pounding in your chest. You run out, asking people where your group is. You get directions. Long story short, it takes you like 20, 30 minutes to find them, and it looks like Diana is. Well, you look around and you see Lachlan and and you see Ashlyn. It looks like they're having a good time. You don't see Diana anywhere.
Where's Diana?
What?
Blup, blup.
Really high up here.
Our cleric?
Yeah, what?
Yeah. Hold on. I'll jump down.
I'm panicking. I'm locating objects on Diana's necklace.
Okay.
Or
yeah, you cast your
Diana's
spell.
here.
Actually, the instant
ring.
you as you're casting the spell, you watch Ashlyn jump and splash into the water. And you don't see
Nice
Ashlyn
one.
anymore. You just see the bubbles under the
I
water.
genuinely got stuck down here.
You
oh no.
you
I
do
genuinely need help.
you do locate object. I can't reach through
on her ring.
I can't reach through Discord and pull Zos physically up.
But she's there.
She's stuck, I think, currently.
Wait, hang on. I'm trying to make underwater noises. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do get a ping. It's basically 25 feet away from you under the water.
This cleric. I'm gonna.
Meanwhile, Molfin is now trying to comfort Vix. Callista will take care of it, and Vix, whatever happened.
It took me a while, but I started swimming in the water, and then Diana came over to me and asked me if she was there, but it was just she was just a pancake, and then she just got pulled underwater.
She was a pancake.
How did Ashlyn and Lachlan let this happen?
They were up like 300 feet on top of a cliff.
I
They
jumped
just
down all
kept
juggling
going.
daggers. Like,
I dived into the water and turned into a beluga whale and just like not beluga, orca to go underneath the bubbles and push her up to the surface because I think she's drowning.
Okay.
Free Willy.
am I drowning?
All of a sudden, this orca whale just emerges out of the water out of nowhere after Callista jumped into the to the invisible pool, and Diana's just like attached over the top of its back.
Yeah. I did not see Callista jump into the water. I have no idea that this is Callista, so I'm just screaming. 'Cause I'm like, I knew it! I knew there was something in the water! I knew it! Oh my God!
too.
Like, that's...
Swim closer to the shore, and then when I drop out of form, I'm like holding her bridle style, looking very unimpressed.
Yeah, she's still probably freaking out, kicking her legs and stuff. Is
Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious.
But then I see it's my girlfriend, and I'm like, oh, hey!
Hey,
yeah.
are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why?
Do I notice that, like, when I look down at my feet, I can't see my feet?
Yeah, and it's really weird. Like, the way you're holding Diana right now, like, her midsection area is under the water, and her legs are, like, out of the water. So it's, like, strange because you can feel like you're holding onto her, but there's nothing there.
But she's not,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
completely
yeah,
harsh.
yeah. It's like, yeah, it's really weird.
I'm gonna drop her legs and let her stand.
Okay.
Kind of like how I am on screen right now.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Exactly like that. Yeah.
You're okay, though?
Yeah, I'm good. Welcome to the invisible lake of mystery, which is cool. I just got an idea. I would like to cast control water.
Okay.
Oh.
I just want to like waterbend, but like I want to throw the water at people and like make them invisible for a second.
Yeah, it's kind of like this thing where when it splashes on
That's
them,
what I
they go
figured.
invisible, but as it runs off of them, they start to reappear.
Right.
As it.
Oh, that would look so weird.
Yeah.
Like,
It's, yeah.
invisible lines.
These just water lines of invisible. Yeah, it's.
Like the Matrix when he turns into that. Is that
Yeah.
the Matrix? Where he,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, kind of
moves
like
from
that.
thing?
Yeah,
That's
So
Yeah.
similar to
cool.
I'm
that.
just
Yeah.
putting the invisible water. on the
Michael, this is
screen.
such a cool it's so simple, but it's
It
such
is
a cool
cool.
mechanic. Like,
Yeah.
that's
This is
really
genuinely so fun. I'm so happy that this has nothing in it that's trying to kill us because I
I
was
know,
very scared
right?
that
This
was
is
going to
great.
happen.
That we know of. Great. Now there's gonna be nothing underneath the
Yep.
water.
Cloud
No,
comes
no,
out.
I would get out of the water before the next episode. Get out of the water
This
right now.
massive red dragon pops out and says, "I've been here the whole time." Ah!
or
Where's
it's a
my
green
airship?
dragon, they're amphibious, and they're just
Yeah, yeah.
oh,
Yeah. Great.
I love that. I love that, Michael. Out of character.
So now that you've discovered that Vix was probably panicking for no
Was
reason,
overreacting.
was overreacting about
Yeah,
something,
okay.
you
There's
guys
a lot.
gather up your materials and you make your way back to the castle, where
Ooh,
Molfin
can I take
is.
a cup? I take a cup of water.
Sure, you can take a cup of water. Molfin seems to be
Keep it.
consoling Vix as you guys make your way back. Molfin,
And
you,
Molfin has probably started filling Vix in on what the plan is for the morning.
okay, starting to have that conversation, and
With Vix.
yeah, and you guys
All right.
see Molfin as they come in. Diana's there. She looks fine. She's not dead.
She looks fine.
Yeah,
I have a genuine question about the mechanics of the water.
sure.
I told you Callista would fix it.
I am back. Vix, I'm not dead.
You're alive!
You could have helped me. If you thought I was
How?
dead, why didn't you
How?
pull me out of the water?
I couldn't see you!
That's
How?
actually valid.
How
That's
do you want me
valid.
to? I can't. You got pulled under by something. Where? How am I supposed to know where you went?
She's
That's
fine
valid.
now. Did something really pull you under, though? Is there something
So
that
it's weird. I don't know if I just hit like a drop-off point or maybe like a sinkhole or something. But yeah, I just like suddenly I was standing and then the next thing I knew I was underneath water and I was like, oh, okay, this is my life now. Also,
Doesn't have to be
question
very
about the
long
mechanics
if
of
you
the
want
water out of character.
Sure.
So, you know how water clings to things? So it's invisible water, right? You know how like when your skin dries off but your hair is still wet?
Mm-hmm.
Would we Would our hair be wet? Would our hair be invisible due to the wetness of the water clinging to our hair?
The way I would rule it is you'd have to be like, it would have to be like soaking and dripping wet for it to be like,
Okay.
if like you just ran a towel through it really quick, you'd still be able to see it. If it was damp, you'd still be able to see it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Alright, that's it.
All right. So you guys have a moment here to discuss any plans, or we could do scene wipe to the morning.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's totally up to you guys.
Molfin's gonna look at Callista.
Yeah, I think we should do it before we go to bed. So if we seam wipe, depending on what time of day it is, we can just seam wipe to the end of the day.
I have a question
Okay.
about this. If you're filling us in.
Yes.
Are you okay, you filled us
Yes.
in?
Yeah, I can.
What
Yep, we don't have to
kind-
RP yet. Callista will fill you in on like our concerns and thoughts, and what our plan is currently with the wish and sending it away, and hopefully that won't bite us in the butt.
Don't
Oh.
all wishes have repercussions? Consequences? Bad
If-
things?
If they're not worded properly.
If they're not worded correctly, it's like a deal with the devil.
So it's like if you were to say, I wish for all the money in the world. It could literally be that every single copper, silver, gold, and platinum coin is dropped on top of your head.
Mm.
And then you die.
And then you die.
Buried under
So,
Yeah.
I think
or
my
if you could
parents-
wish for, if you wish for to be rich and powerful, you may forget someone.
leave your old life behind, kind of thing.
Right.
Like, look
Right.
for a
Yeah.
new life. Okay.
Exactly.
So that's why the wording of this is very specific in its function.
Okay, as long as it doesn't affect my parents anymore.
No, that is the goal.
That's
in
the last
using
thing I
it.
want. Yeah.
Is this
So-
way it is not with your father to risk him using it.
How do we know the thing's not going to go after my dad, though?
Because according to
We
it, it
don't.
wants to go home. And
Oh.
both Callista and I gave it a once over. I personally believe it. Callista didn't immediately
I
shoot the
I
idea
do
down, so
believe to a certain extent that it definitely wants to go home. If it has other plans before it goes home, I'm not sure what it actually does when it gets to its home plane. But I do believe it does want to go home.
What if it kills my dad after you free it and then it goes home?
Well, on that
That's
topic,
why
something that I
it's
can
purple, yeah.
do is I can trap it in a magic circle, so that way, like, whenever it's free to do whatever it wants, it can't move. It just stays in that circle.
He gets to
then-
say it.
I brought it in character. I brought it to the table.
So we are no better than the one that trapped it originally.
Yeah, that's
We're trapping it in order to set it free into its home plane, much like how one relocates a raccoon.
A raccoon. Yeah, trap and release.
Perhaps one of us, or both of us, could prepare our banishment spell, which would just send
That's what
it
I'm
home.
saying.
But why trap it first then?
Because we have no idea what it's going to do before it banishes, and what if the banishment fails? We still need it to stay where it is.
Well, I feel like trust is a big thing in this situation.
It is a wish-granting genie that will, like, I don't know, steal your child in exchange for a royal crown. I don't trust this thing, nor do I intend to.
You own a Nothic!
Listen.
Very valid
I mean,
point.
Diana, she has a point.
You got me there.
Yeah.
You got me there.
The
She
Nothic
fucked
did
the
provide
Nothic.
me with a very cool orb, though.
The Nothic was adorable. It was a
Did you Google
disgusting
Nothic?
looking, adorable little thing.
Man-sized, creepy skin, giant eye.
Don't
Like
forget the spikes.
like a weird Mike Wazowski. Like, you don't know.
Diana, we should
You
not.
do got me on the Nothic, I can't lie. There's no
Okay.
comeback.
We cannot trap it. Prepare your banishment spell. If you fail, then I will do it immediately after.
What if we were just like, hey, we're gonna help you get home?
I offered it. It said it could do it on its own.
Then why are we worried?
I am not, but upright, uptight friend Diana seems to be.
I mean,
I can't believe that I'm the only one sitting here right now saying, hey, let's not trust this devious spirit, and nobody else thinks
Devious
that's
spirit.
logical.
No, I think it's logical. I don't know that I would trust it either.
Could
I
I
don't
just
think I could trust it.
sort of
Erased
sign
me
a
already.
contract with Asmodeus, so trusting devious individuals?
Yeah, I'm in this
At the point.
pot calling the kettle black. I'm well aware.
Well, like my thing is, if you guys filled us in on the whole conversation,
Yeah, this
my
is
thing
the
is,
the whole thing at this point.
like, it said that the king wasn't the one that did it, so like the king wouldn't be a target.
Right,
The
but-
king just stumbled upon the item.
Yeah.
and it was hopeful that the king would do it. We
Yeah.
prevented that,
Yeah.
and now we are the ones who will be releasing it.
Won't
Well, that
have
makes me
any
feel a
ill
little
will
bit better.
towards my
Well-
father.
Damn, I just realized I had advantage on inciting it, and I didn't use it.
Oh, well.
Bring it back out.
I'm sorry, Ashlyn, what did you say?
So, since my father at least said that he would free the genie thing, you don't think he's on like the hit list because he just stumbled across him?
No, because
imprisoning
I
him?
specifically told it that I claimed the necklace from your father.
Okay.
I
So
also
as far
think
as it
that
knows that your father had intended to, and then this strange little man stole it.
it understood that your father wasn't exactly like super knowledgeable on the subject and
Right.
was kind of in a vulnerable spot.
Yeah, he took advantage. Or they
Right.
took advantage.
Okay. Okay.
We won't
He's gonna
let
like throw us in the prisons if he doesn't get his wish. Do we have to worry about that?
I doubt
We can
it.
certainly try. It's not
Nobody is throwing me in a
I've
jail
worked
ever
with.
again.
Lachlan, you're in prison. Ha!
Yeah.
Okay.
Could a lock hold you, Lachlan?
No, but I mean it's Ashlyn's father. I don't want to
I don't think he's. I hope he's not going to do that. I hope he's a little bit more
Cool. guys,
grateful.
cool. You're good.
A jail cell can't hold us, but like social pressure can.
Yeah.
Can I just point
Most
out,
fearsome lock.
if he gets that upset, wax on, wax off. Never happened.
You're gonna modify memory of my dad then again?
Oh, I thought he was like actually waxing him.
I thought that too for a hot
Everyone could use proper landscape, but and have you seen
Presentations.
Lachlan, those little things jumping out of his neck?
Yeah.
I think they're pretty manly.
Say that now, but when it gets to the point that they're hanging down over his stomach.
Oh, you're right. Oh gosh.
He gets that from his great-great-grandmother's side of the family. Nothing to do with mine.
Lachlan. I'm gonna throw Lachlan a pair of tweezers.
I
and,
love when we just get to talk.
Everyone prepare yourself. We will meet out here before breakfast tomorrow.
I meant like we're still talking about Lachlan's chest hair.
We're all gonna
You're like,
wax
everyone-
his chest hair.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you talk about Lachlan's chest hair, do you do anything with it, or just do you
I'll
just
suck on
leave
that.
it? Can you braid it? Is my question.
Wait, I'm sorry. Which one are we sending the thing to get? The gin to get? Oh, okay. Okay.
Sharingan.
Are you really gonna do that to yourself?
Oh, dear Lord, no.
Okay, good.
Wow. What are you gonna use it for then?
Or I'll have someone else do it to me.
Oh, I see. Okay.
No,
Can I keep the old one?
jar.
Can we? I'm
Oh, go
very.
on.
I'm still kind of sad that we lost the hand.
We didn't lose it. You people made me set it free.
We
I
did
don't
set it
recall
free.
doing that. I remember wanting to keep it. I
No,
want us
it's
to have a
over
hand
the.
service.
It's. I have a picture. I have a drew picture of it sitting over like a mountaintop, overlooking like a kingdom.
Question out of character in this kingdom that we're in, does it have like shops for components and stuff, or is it more insular?
Yeah. It doesn't have. It doesn't have like a wide variety of places, but there are shops here. If you needed anything, you might be able to find it. And due to the fact that this is a a community of relatively forest dwelling wood elves, they're going to have arcane components and things of that nature.
Would they have the chalice for Heroes Feast?
There would actually probably be a chalice within this castle somewhere.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Are we really going to rob it, parents?
No, I'd ask.
You actually
Completely
remember
off-topic
seeing one
question.
on a piece of furniture in the throne room. Now that you think about it.
Diana canonically hates the rich due to her religion.
So does
and
Calista,
is
but
and
this
is
is
social.
Uncle Ashlyn's home.
So-
Eat the rich, bro. You got
Eat
it.
the rich. Let's rob Ashlyn's parents. No, I'm kidding.
Take all the chalices. You see them, you take it.
Why are we robbing my nice parents? They love us.
As much as I hate the rich, I would not rob your parents, Ashlyn.
We're kidding. We're kidding. We'll ask.
Yes, I would ask.
Vixen,
spare these rich
Diana would rob your parents.
I know.
I would not.
I will pay your parents what it's worth if I have to.
I would
I-
rob your
I'll-
parents.
I
I'm
know.
just saying.
Vix, I love the honesty.
I'm not gonna lie. They have a lot of nice stuff. You can sell it for a lot of.
Let's not sell it,
They
but
can give
let's
that to
maybe
poor.
take one to you.
I've already stolen like 50 candles.
Okay. Thank you for telling me this.
I can ask them if they have anything that they would like to donate to the destitute. I will do that. That is on my agenda
Dear
at some
Lord
point.
in
Can,
heaven.
can we not like ask my parents for charity? They think I'm doing pretty well.
I am now here with a political agenda. My political agenda is to redistribute the wealth.
Of my parents.
Calista, can you please do me a favor and take her away?
Diana, come on.
Yes. I'm
I,
sorry.
I remember where I saw a couple of the chalices. I'm gonna take them and then I'm gonna go find someone to talk to you about using them.
All right.
So I'm
sorry.
literally just gonna pick them up. I'm not gonna like hide them. I'm just gonna pick them up and try and find someone and be like, hey,
Can I borrow this?
can I take these? Can I pay for these? How much are these worth?
Basically,
Oh crap! Why did I send a list?
basically,
Diana
you
with
go
her.
and you find these like two chalices that were pretty nice in the throne room. The guards like within the castle have been kind of lenient with you guys since you guys have come back and you guys have done everything that you have done. Like you guys pretty much have free reign. So the guards aren't really stopping you unless like you're going up to like the king's private chambers where the queen is resting and things of that nature. But the one guard is just standing there and is like, yes?
Who would I talk to about procuring these?
Just go ahead and take it.
I don't like that. Ashlyn's family.
I don't like it either, but
Does he not have anyone other than Dorian that's in charge here?
I mean, Norian did all of that stuff. That was
Dorian?
his job. I mean, he
All right. Well, I'll just put money aside and give it to the king later then.
I think
But if anyone asks where they are, tell them it's with me and I will pay for it.
Norian had like 2 more of those in his office.
Oh, those I'll take.
Those,
Oh.
yes.
Okay, well, here, just
I am
I'll take you
a
there.
dash.
I'll take you there.
Yeah.
He goes up.
This guard.
Yeah, he takes you and he unlocks Norian's office, and you guys go in, and this place is a mess. Papers strewn everywhere. The desk is a mess. I mean, really nice stuff, like nice furniture and everything, but it's just strange. Like, bed not made. Just looks like the whole room has just been.
Any personal belongings?
Oh, there's a lot of different things there. Several different pieces of clothing and things of that nature laying around. And
Okay.
Can I check to see, like, I want to search for a book for Molfin, because I know that Molfin is always trying to find books, and I don't know what kind of book he is ever looking for, but I know that he likes books, and I would like to find him a book of suspicious-looking magical content.
Okay, go to make a investigation check, Diana.
Love that. I don't know where my d20 is.
Is this the first roll I've had you make tonight? It might be.
This is the first roll of the night. I literally don't even have my dice with me.
Hey, there's some sessions where we don't even roll dice. We just RP it all out.
Yeah. Love that. Okay, I'll let Calista do her thing while I try to find my dice.
Okay. Calista, anything in particular you're doing other than...
Yeah, I'm looking for other chalices or other spell components that could be used for me, Diana, or Molfin, or Lachlan.
Yeah, you find different containers that seem to hold different elements of spell components in them. Nothing really, specific. I mean, you just find like groups of spell components that you could use. You do find 2 more chalices. This guy, was telling you the truth. You find 2 more chalices that seem to be. Not as brightly in decor as the ones that you picked up from what the king has. These are more, the gem inlays are a little bit darker, and it just looks a little creepier from what you can see. But yeah, I mean, it just looks like a mess. It doesn't look like this room has been cleaned in a while. It's totally opposite of what the rest of the castle had looked like. Like when you stayed in your guest room, like the bed was nicely made, everything was clean, no dust or dirt anywhere. The gold and trim and silver trim in areas was polished and shiny and nice, and just a definitely different atmosphere here in his office, his quarters.
Did it seem like he was like, because is it just in disarray because he's like just really sloppy, or is he just never here?
Go ahead and make an insight check. I'll just call it an insight check with that question.
Oh, was my roll an investigation?
Investigation, that's right.
Alrighty then, that is a total of 15 for me.
15?
I don't know. Let's interrupt Krista's thing.
No, you don't find any, books that you think Molfin would have any interest in. Nothing really that's like arcane in nature, you feel like that really like strikes is something that Molfin would want. You do, however, find something in kind of off to the side of his bed. It looks like it might have one time been tucked under the mattress. But there's this small little, almost looks like a chest. It's like a little box.
I will pick it up.
Okay.
And shake it.
You shake it.
Legos.
You shake it. There's nothing inside of it. It seems like it's like hollow. There's nothing like. Just shake it.
I open it.
Okay, it doesn't open.
Oh, interesting. Okay, then I put it in my pocket.
Okay, put it in your pocket.
And I will be taking it for further investigation.
Okay, sure. What was your insight check?
I rolled 21.
21.
21.
It looks like somebody was like, if I was robbing a place and I was looking for specific things and I came in and I started digging through everything and just leaving everything where it was, that's kind of what it looks like to you.
Gotcha.
Like somebody's like, they were digging, they were searching, they were looking for something.
In a rush.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that works for me. That means we have 4 chalices for Heroes Feast. Cool. Yeah, that's all I really wanted to do, just in case. I would like to do that in the morning. Just seems
Okay.
like a good idea.
All right.
I have a completely unrelated question.
Sure.
Well, it's actually. Okay. So I feel really bad about Diana's Nothic, and making it run away because she keeps bringing it up.
Don't. Don't. I'm not
so-
upset at all.
So, would I be able? I have a spell. The spell's called Project Image. Was where we lost the Nothic within 500 miles?
Question. Let me check something really fast. Then 500
B
miles.
squared plus B squared.
I'm gonna go over to this.
It's a lot of miles.
It's okay, Jamie. Diana is just passive aggressive. I realized that about her, and it's just who she is.
It's all right. It's all right. I would do this anyway. So if I can reach.
Wait, you would walk 500 miles and you would walk 500 more.
Yeah.
Yes. It's actually within 200 miles.
Oh, sweet. All right.
Uh-huh.
So, would I remember the general?
The general location?
Yeah.
Flew there as a cloud. Go ahead and make a survival check for me.
All right, come on. We can do this. 17.
I think you'd be pretty close. Yeah.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna cast a spell. I have to cross out 5 gold pieces.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to put, similar to my mislead spell, but I'm gonna try to put my illusion roughly where we were when we lost the Nothic.
Okay.
And I can see through his eyes.
Okay.
Where did the spell go? There it is. Oh, okay. Well, it can appear within range of any location that I've seen before. So I've seen it.
Yeah.
So I would.
So you're basically putting your illusion where you lost the Nothic. That's where you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You can use your action to move the illusion up to twice your speed. Make it gesture, speak, behave however you choose. You can see through its eyes, hear through its ears. On your turn as a bonus action, you can switch to its senses. Basically, it's the same thing, but really far away. It can go super far.
Okay. Sure.
And I'm just gonna have it run in the general direction of where the Nothic was running. Until I decide to go to sleep.
Okay.
Because this lasts for a day.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Bloody hell.
I'd say like 3, maybe 4 hours of just running, looking for the Nothic.
All right. Do me a favor. Go ahead and make an additional survival check. I'll give you, just because this is cool, I'm gonna give you advantage on it.
Sweet.
And you would have like the Nothic just like tore off into this, and the ground was all like soft soil, so you have an idea of what the Nothic's like footprints would look like and things like that. So I'm gonna give you, and you're
Okay.
able to see those things, right, in this spell. Like
Yeah,
you
I can see everything.
Yeah, it's just like being there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So yeah, I'll give you advantage.
But if it
because
takes any damage, it disappears.
it disappears. Okay.
Okay, that's a lot better. All right, 19.
19. Okay. You spend about 2 hours, and you can see that like it's getting dark, so it's making it difficult. But eventually you start to hear this sound. It sounds like something speaking. And you start creeping closer to where you hear the sound. Obviously, it's really hard to see because of the fog and the darkness kind of, setting in. All these dead, petrified-looking trees kind of catch your vision, like, off the edge. And eventually you see a creature kind of hunched over on the other side of what looks to be a fallen tree next to a stump. You just hear it over and over to itself. But she promised. I had a promise. And looking all around, and it looks lost. And it's just like looking all around. It looks over in your direction quickly.
It's probably gonna want to attack me because I'm the last thing in Salt the Light, but
In your mind, you hear, my light. My beautiful light. Do you have it? I wish to see it again. I'm so glad.
All right.
I'm so glad you came.
Oh gosh, you're scary. So here's the thing. I'm not really here right now.
Illusion, Michael.
But I do know where your light is.
Where is it?
Do you want to follow me
I do.
to go see it?
Yes.
All right, follow me. We're gonna run fast.
Okay, it starts to climb over that tree, and you notice it doesn't quite look the same whenever you've seen it before. You look closer, and you can start to see almost like the flesh of its arms look less like the bubbly Nothic flesh, more humanoid in nature. Something is strange about it. It doesn't look the same. Something's changing.
Could I infer that may or may not be because he doesn't have his light?
Make an insight check.
We about to have us a Nothic kobold.
9.
9. You're not sure if it's the light or this land?
Could be the land, yeah.
Because you knew there was a lot of corruption. This land is just a magical mess. So
Yeah.
it could be that having an effect on it. You're not really 100% sure.
I'm just gonna ignore it because it's gonna make Diana happier. We're not gonna have to hear about it. It'll be fine. So
Diana will not passive aggressively bring it up again.
Diana's just gonna ask me for the light a lot, but she's already been. So I'm gonna do my best to lead him back to the castle. That's a lot of miles to travel.
It is. When
Yeah.
when will the spell end?
I have it's concentration up to 1 day.
Okay. It's gonna get a day's worth of travel in.
Yeah.
Would you stop to give it a rest, or would you just keep on trucking?
if it doesn't say anything and it doesn't collapse, then
Mhm.
I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay. I'll have to look
Oh,
up.
God.
It's definitely not going to make it there before the
Forced
spell
march.
ends, because
Yeah.
you were talking 200 miles, and I think forced march on foot. I mean, that's probably what, like 30, maybe 40 miles in a day
I think you're right.
at
I think
most,
so, yeah.
and it would be
So
tired.
I'll be here in a week.
Yeah, it would take roughly 4 to 6 days, kind of.
Oh dear.
We all get up in the morning and see Vic still doing this. And like, oh yeah, well, we're gonna summon this thing now.
If only we
No.
had a way to move across distances.
Do
You
you
know?
do you think I'd be able to like? Okay, hold on. No, once I find the Nothic,
Mm-hmm.
I will have my illusion start making its way back
Okay.
in like the direction that I know,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go find like Callista.
Okay.
That's the easiest thing I can think of.
Okay. So you're just kind of are you putting the illusion on like autopilot? Can it do that? Can it?
Yeah.
Okay. You got it.
I don't know if
control
it can.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it can.
Okay.
If I just tell it to go, I'm assuming it can.
Okay. Sure. So you go and find Callista.
She's probably smoking her pipe at the moment. It's been a few days.
Hey, Callista.
Yes.
So, I found the Nothic
Where is it?
200 miles away.
Oh.
I'm
Okay.
currently leading it towards the castle as we speak. But I don't think I'll get it here fast enough.
I will go fetch it.
You might want me to come with you so I can lead
Sure.
you.
Sure, you can come with me. Thank you for taking care of Diana. You brought her back up, and now you're doing this for her. I appreciate it.
Well, bringing her up, we were in a fight. That's. Don't worry about it.
I worry about it.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, like, you're thanking me, but I just do it. It's
I am
fine.
thanking you because it's important. It's important to me, so I'm thanking you.
Well, you're welcome. I guess. But I felt bad. She seemed pretty beat up about the Nothic. She keeps bringing it up. She's scared about this, like, promise thing. I'm not giving the light back. I'm gonna just be honest. I don't want to.
That's your
Also-
problem, not mine.
Also, its arms look more like human now. Keep that in mind.
How many days has it been? 2 since we lost it? 1?
One
I think like one,
single day.
1 single day. How long has it? All right. That's strange. I mean, I know it was supposed to be a wizard that got corrupted.
Yeah, I have 2 theories. It's either the light was keeping it a Nothic,
Right.
or this land is screwed up, man.
Or it's because we took it out of the place it was.
Maybe, yeah, it could be that too.
All right. And you said it's about 200 miles from here?
Hold on. I'm gonna go back to that. And I'll come back. It's like 195.
All right. I will, since we're not doing anything until the morning and it's still evening, I will cast, Windwalk on me and Vix.
Okay.
This is gonna suck, but okay. All right, let's go. Lead the way.
All right. I'm just gonna
You guys
Watch
try
out for dragons!
Yeah, I would quickly just like poke my head into wherever Molfin's at and give him a heads up that I'm just gonna go pick up my girlfriend's Nothic. And we'll be back in a few, probably like 4 to 6 hours tops. Probably 4
We
hours.
have
roughly.
to. It's a
Just
secret
remember,
kingdom.
when you're coming back, it could always just, fall.
But it's also turning into a human.
Worse.
Wait, what?
Apparently, Vic said its arms were changing, and I don't know if that's from taking it from the tower or the land that it's in now or not being around the light. It could be any of those things. I won't know until I get a closer look.
Now it's more interesting, more intriguing. You want to see it? I can see it in your eyes.
No, now we have to get rid of that light. Unless
Oh, it's-
you'd like to be a Nothic.
You can't see it.
It's in his pocket thing. Right?
Pocket square?
Is the land here magical around us?
The land.
Says the only non-music magic user.
The land here has that. It has that mythal around it. So it's like
Mythal.
Okay.
it's like that magical protective barrier / shield that a lot of elven
Right,
cities have.
okay.
Yeah.
So that might be healing it too, maybe?
What if we threw it in the water?
It would disappear, according to what you people have said.
But if it is the magic, the water is like condensed, right?
Bloody hell. Just go and get this done. I am summoning
Let's
this
go,
in
Vic.
the morning.
All right.
We'll be back a couple hours, probably 4 hours tops there and back.
Okay. So Vix and Callista whisk away in their cloud-like forms, headed back up in the direction of the Hellgate Dell. At this time, King Leroy approaches Ashlyn, and may I have a moment, please? Are you speaking? There you go.
Sorry.
There you go.
Of course. There we go.
There you go. He kind of gestures, like he holds out his arm like this for you to kind of like tuck your. You're like one of those proper,
Yep,
you know.
I'm fine. Yep.
And he takes you to another area, like it would be off of like a balcony type area, where you guys are kind of overlooking the city here during the evening. You can see small flickers of different magical sconces and things that light up the cityscape here within the. Constantly hearing the pouring water around. I just wanted to say that I am sorry. And I wanted to say thank you.
Don't be sorry. And don't say thank you. I would do anything for you and Mom. You know that.
I do. What do you remember?
I remember some stuff, like me and Diana, and Sleem playing a lot around the house. and
Diana, the
Graham's-
cleric one that was there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
You-
she used to come over with her cousin Sleem, and we used to play around the house. You know, Graham used to feed us cookies. You know, Graham.
What kind of cookies?
Oh, snickerdoodles.
Snickerdoodles.
So good at those. Yeah.
Oh, I sure could go for a good snickerdoodle.
I know, you should go visit Graham. She would love to see you guys. She said you left pretty abruptly one day, so
Yeah.
never heard from you again. But you always used to tell me stories before I went to bed at night, and that's why I'm such a good reader now. Dad, you'd be so proud when I'm reading. And used to tell me Cinderella stories, and I was a little Ash girl, and it was great. And Mom used to chide me for playing in the garden too much and getting muddy and all those sorts of things, you know?
Wow. We had a garden?
Yeah, we had our own little path up the tree, and we had a window garden, and we had one by the base of the trunk, and it was so pretty in the spring.
I mean, we've got a pretty garden here, but I don't do any of the gardening. I mean, I hire that out.
Getting your hands dirty. You're silly now. Gotta get back in this.
Yeah, I don't get dirty very much. That's for sure. You look so much like your mother.
I like to think that my heart's like my father.
So Diana used to play at our house.
Yeah, all the time. She's my best friend.
She's a good influence, right?
Of course.
Okay. Just doing dad stuff, you know?
Yeah, I get that. That's cool.
He stands out there for a moment, just overlooking the city. You can still hear the water pouring over the edge. Are you going to stay here with us?
I wish I could, but we got some stuff to do before I come back.
Okay. What stuff?
You know, good old adventuring stuff, like meeting dragons and giants and stuff like that. Did I tell you I had a best friend named Harshtag? He's a giant.
He's a giant?
He's a giant.
And it didn't try to crush you?
No, we're best friends. I haven't seen him for a while, but we know. We're connected. Not mentally, but we just know these things. You know how it is.
Well, to be honest, I don't really, but that sounds interesting.
Yeah. And you met all my best friends. You know Uncle Molfin and Cousin Lachlan, obviously. I mean, come on. They've been around forever. Dix is kind of new, and I like him because he's feisty. Diana is so pretty and divine, and Callista, you want to meet a wise person? She's like mentally like 5,000 years old.
5,000 years old.
I know, she's like so super wise.
Oh. And you said that the Molfin and Lachlan are part of our family?
Yeah, Uncle Molfin. I know you don't remember much, but he's Uncle Molfin, and then that's his great grandnephew Lachlan, and we're all part of this gang called the Snakes. We actually do good. Don't tell anyone. We try to be tough, but we're good. We're a good gang.
Snakes?
Yes.
Sounds terrifying. I'm not a
No.
big
It's a
fan
cool
of
gang.
snakes. But...
Neither am I, but it's just like a personification of a snake. You know how things.
Is Molfin in charge of the snakes?
Oh no. He's just there for support for Lachlan. Lachlan's in charge.
Oh, Lachlan is in charge?
Yeah.
Oh.
You should see him with a bow and arrow, Dad. He is one good shot.
Really? Perhaps he could give some special training to some of our archers here.
Ooh, he could. He'd teach him a thing or two.
We need some
And
more
Vix
of that. Vix?
knows
Yes.
about candles. Like scented candles, waxed paraffin candles, honey, like comb candles. Like,
Yep.
you want to know something about candles.
I
little
actually have been
dragon
meaning
friend.
to ask you about the candles situation. You see, Burvin. Burvin, who basically is kind of like he does a lot of the upkeep here.
Okay.
Has been noticing that most of our candles have just disappeared. And I mean,
Wow,
I
that's
don't,
weird.
I know, and I don't want to speculate, but I understand. that this Vix has some type of obsession with. I mean, did you see him after the resurrection ritual? I mean, he was before the ritual was even fully realized. All the candles were being bagged up already. I'm just putting 2 and 2 together that I think maybe your friend has a problem.
5. I know it's so silly, but you know.
Okay. Well, I'll just tell Bervin to order some more. We'll get it
Okay.
taken care of. Just
Sounds good.
so okay. Right. Okay. Well,
Good talk, Dad.
It's you know what? It's a very good talk. Thank you. He kind of starts to come. It's kind of awkward at first, but he starts to kind of go give you like a hug and pats you kind of.
Okay, I'll swoop him up in a hug.
Like,
I will bypass that awkwardness.
just go in for it.
Yes.
You got it. And we're gonna go back to cloud forms as we pan out from that. Vix, you feel like you're at about the area which you should be approaching where your illusion is. I don't think you can technically communicate with Callista.
I'm just following,
Okay.
so if he lands, I'll land.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll land and turn into myself.
I also turn into myself.
Okay.
Then go to my illusion self. Look around.
Okay.
To find myself. And I'll keep doing that until I find myself.
Oh, that's just
An
really
inner
weird,
search.
man. That's just really weird.
That's weird.
It's like,
That's really
like
weird.
just imagining that. It's just so weird.
Like switching camera angles.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, yeah,
continuously switching camera angles. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, you it takes you a little bit of time, but you do make your way to the illusory self of yours. It is dark. So I think you guys both have night or dark vision though. So you guys are able to see. I mean,
yeah.
it's different. I mean, you can see in deep grays is basically how you guys see it at night, unless you guys have some light that would illuminate the areas and things of that nature. But yeah, you find your illusory self, but no Nothic behind.
Where is it?
Dang it. It probably passed out when I wasn't paying attention.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I wasn't in my illusory body. I had to fly here.
Great.
Where did he go, me? Why weren't you paying attention?
Do you transfer
go
yourself back to the illusion body and then go?
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. I
go
could
to
technically
cloud
be
form.
3 kobolds in a trench coat.
I'm gonna try and do a check to look for this Nothic.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna start looking around. I'm gonna like go shake my own hand and make the illusion go.
You guys can. I'll let you choose either perception or investigation check, depending on what exactly it is you're looking for. I mean, if you're just looking for sight of him, then perception will probably be good.
Yeah, I'm looking for light.
I'll assist you.
All right, you can take
Well,
advantage as you guys are working together.
I mean, I think I technically have advantage, but that's okay. 13 plus 16, so that's 29.
29. All right. So as you two are making your way through the woods, Vix is looking out, helping, making my way. You you can see ahead of you. There's an area where it looks like a tree had fallen over, and it looks like something is like draped over the tree. And you start to creep up. You get closer and closer and closer, and that imagery of what's draped starts to come into view. And you notice what looks to be a very old looking elf draped over a tree, lying there.
Does that look like the same arms that I saw a second ago? Are the arms the same?
We'll find out next week, because that's where we're going to end tonight's episode of
I
Kindred
am
Lists.
responsible for saving a Nothric and returning him back into a person.